Tonight's round 2 as the Reds continue to beat up on their
shut up.
4 brothers from the north. Joining me now is the voice of the Cleveland market. Could not find work anywhere else. That would have been Mike Trivisano. Mike, how are you?
Here's a guy that lives in Cincinnati making fun of a city.
Let me tell you what, I get most of my TV guests from Cleveland.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You watch the show at 3 o'clock in Cleveland, that's where my guests come from.
Well, that's your problem.
Well, talk to me about the comments of...
I don't even like talking to you.
Tom Hamilton.
Let me explain to is there anybody listening right now?
That's 6 people.
Okay. Let me explain to the 4 people that are listening, okay?
Go ahead.
We have to set up all this equipment back here in Cleveland so I can be on an ISDN line. I know that's over a lot of listeners' heads, okay? Yeah. But so it sounds like I'm right there in the studio with Cunningham. Right. We have to set this all up to be on the Bill Cunningham show. Yeah. I'm on at 3 o'clock. He's coming on my show. He's going to be on his cell phone because he's busy.
Well, if you're on my show, you'll have someone listening. When you're on your show, nobody is.
I wish I could throw 100-mile-an-hour fastball. The first one I throw is at your head.
Talk to me about the comments, the intemperate remarks of the loudmouth Tom Hamilton, who said that Aroldis Chapman's a headhunter. By the way, Aroldis Chapman has thrown repeated balls to the backstop and has hit nobody's head this year. He rarely hits anybody. Nick Swisher is a clown, a low-class clown who couldn't find work except to play in Cleveland, for God's sakes.
All right, let me explain something to you, you stupid hillbilly. Down there in Cincinnati. If he threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball at my head and I had a baseball bat, I would have broke every rib in his body.
You don't have any guts. You wouldn't have done nothing.
I would have went with a baseball bat. I got a lot of guts.
You don't have any guts. You don't have the guts.
Remember, my name ends in a vowel, Cunningham. Yes.
But
what the hell's his name? Chapman?
Aroldis Chapman is a great Cuban.
I'd have hit him so hard he'd be back in Cuba with Fidel.
He's 6'4", 240 pounds. He would have kicked your scrawny fat
He doesn't even belong in this country.
Go to hell with him. He got here legally.
Yeah, sure
he got here legally,
I want to see his papers.
You don't have any papers. He can't speak the English. He has no idea what the hell he's doing.
He's probably from Kentucky.
When you say Kentucky, every knee should bend and every head should bow when you say Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, Mike Trivisano, the Cleveland Indians are a low-class organization with a low-class broadcaster who made intemperate remarks.
Don't you talk about Hamilton that way.
I have his quotes right here if you want me to read them to you.
I'll tell you what he said. He said, I hope he hits a line drive off his temple.
Can you read? Can you read it all? He also said that Joey Votto is going to get beamed tonight.
Yes, that's right.
My ballpark, the Great American.
We're going to knock your superstar out for the rest of the year because of that stupid guy you got as a closer.
If that happens, I'm going to come to Cleveland and personally kick your ass.
You could tell by his body, Cunningham, you couldn't kick anybody's ass.
I'm going to sue you then. I'll sue you.
You owe me 4 dinners. You still haven't paid.
I don't owe you crap.
Yeah.
I don't owe you anything.
Listen to me very closely, okay? You could tell by Chapman's body language that he did it on purpose.
Yeah, you could tell by the body language.
100-mile-an-hour, you could kill somebody.
I can throw the ball. I used to pitch for Thomas Funeral Home in Deer Park High School. I could throw the ball about 81 miles an hour right now. I'd like to come to Cleveland and strike your fat ass out. That's what I might do. How about a bet tonight? How about a bet tonight on the Reds? How about that if you got you don't have the guts. You don't have the guts.
You don't pay anyway, so it's a difference in betting, yes. Let me just say this to you. The only thing you can do well is get stuck on a roof.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Cleaning a dryer vent.
Shut the hell up.
Because your wife said, get up there.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up.
Instead of paying somebody with all the money you make, and you're on the roof cleaning a dryer vent.
She's a judge. She's going to lock you up.
A judge,
I'd like to see you tied to a prison cell and just anally raked by a bunch of inmates named Brutus. That's what I'd like to see.
You can't get away with that.
That's what I'd like to see.
When I see you, I'll slap you so hard, by the time you quit rolling, your clothes will be out of style.
When you should not say my wife's name.
I didn't say her name. I don't even know her name.
Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, thank God. But the fact of the matter is,
isn't there a lot of corruption with judges?
In Cleveland, but not Cincinnati. You're the ones, all the ones locked up.
Okay.
You're the ones with Ariel Castro and the mass murderer.
Oh, no, you got it so well
those
down
guys?
there in Cincinnati. No crime in Cincinnati
We don't have
whatsoever.
the crap in Cincinnati we got in Cleveland.
Cunningham, you're a hillbilly town. You're a second-rate town, okay?
Ariel Castro is a listener of yours.
Who in the hell couldn't be #1 in Cincinnati? There's 12 people down there. You're no big shot. Come up to the big time and see if you can make it,
What was the name of the mass murderer in Cleveland used to bury the woman under his house? What was that guy's name?
Elvis.
Yeah, one of your listeners.
Yes, Elvis Presley.
Him and Ariel Castro used to listen to you.
Did you know Elvis Presley and the Beatles once met?
I did. I met Elvis Presley myself. That's no big deal. But I tell you what, Cincinnati, the metro, is about twice as large as Cleveland. You aware of that?
Come on.
Oh, no, it is. It is. We're twice the town and 4 times the character and 8 times the baseball team. By the way, how are the Browns going to be this year?
Better than the Bengals.
Oh, really?
Let's make a bet on that one.
2 of the last 3 times in the playoffs. Right, when's the last time Cleveland?
Do you really want to make a bet that you're going to pay? I'll take the Browns right now. I'll say they have a better record than the Bengals.
Write that down. Write that down, Ben Skill. Write that down.
Write it down.
Write that down. Write that down. Get that down.
How about the other 4 bets you lost?
I didn't lose any bets to you, for God's sake.
I should just keep track of them.
I should remind you of the
fumble. How could you be sticking up for a guy that throws 100-mile-an-hour fastball?
Because he doesn't know where the ball's going.
Oh, shut up. He doesn't know where he's going.
He doesn't have a clue as to where the ball's going.
He's going to put a... Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, okay.
He has no... And Mick Swisher is a wussy.
A wussy?
He is a wussy.
Well, he's down there in Cincinnati. You got media credentials. Go tell him tonight that he's a wussy.
I'm going to send Aroldis Chapman and Jonathan Broxton to tell him that. In fact, Broxton's going to plant You're going to plant something in his ear tonight, too, about the 8th inning.
So what did Dusty Baker have to say today?
Dusty Baker said it was childish and stupid for anyone even to consider the fact that Aroldis Chapman would throw at a weak hitter like Nick Swisher, for God's sakes.
Why didn't see, here's what aggravates me. The Indians should have just kicked their ass. The Cincinnati Reds are full of a bunch of wimps anyway. They should just empty the dugouts and kick their ass. That's all.
You guys went about knives and bicycle chains. I can see it now.
What's the difference? Votto's going to get one right between the ears.
If he does, I'm going to come there and I'm looking for you, Trivisano.
That'll be the end of your season.
I'm looking for you.
Payback's
I'm looking for you. And I'm going to send Jim Scott after Bill Wills. How about that matchup?
Yeah. How's your casino doing down there?
Pretty good. We had some people trying to cap bets, whatever that is. You would know what that stuff is. But we got 5 of them indicted today, and 4 lived in Cuyahoga County.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, there's no crime in Cincinnati. What happened?
Capping bets. You know what capping a bet means?
Yeah, I think they were trying to put extra on a winning stack.
So you would know how to do that, wouldn't you, from Cleveland? But when we have people in Cleveland...
it's called being well-versed, Cunningham, something you would know nothing about.
The fact of the matter is, Mike Trivisano, Cleveland is where an enema would go if the earth had a rectal problem.
So
right in Cleveland.
What did you do today? Spend 3 hours ripping Obama?
No. You know what I spoke about today?
What did you speak about?
I have no idea. I don't know what I did today.
So either.
I have no idea.
All you're interested in is that TV show anyway. When are you going to retire? You got so much damn money at 60.
You know, I'm coming to Cleveland to kick your ass. I want a time when the Bengals are playing the Browns in Cleveland. That's when I'm coming.
You come up here and wear a sign, Bill Cunningham. We'll give you a warm welcome.
No, I'm not doing it. I bet Cleveland would give me a very warm welcome.
I'll bet you. I'll buy you dinner if you walk around at a Browns game with a T-shirt on saying, "I'm Bill Cunningham."
I tell you what, I'd do that. I have a friend of mine named Meat. From WEBN, Meat. He's a mixed martial arts fighter. I'm bringing him with me. Yeah, to kick your ass.
They'll eat him for breakfast here in Cleveland.
Meat.
What do you think? It's a punk hillbilly town like you live in?
You don't eat meat for breakfast. You know that.
We got some rough neighborhoods here in Cleveland, Cunningham.
Talk to Ariel Castro about Cleveland. There's no question about that.
Like they introduced you to a few of them.
Yeah, I bet. Yes. I bet.
Why don't you come down Murray Hill during the feast and walk around with a T-shirt that says, "I'm Bill Cunningham, and I hate Mike Trivisano."
Mike, let's face it. Between you and me, I have lost more talent than you have.
Oh, stop it, would you please?
I mean, it's embarrassing. I'm coming on your show. I'll be on your show at 3 o'clock. I'm coming on. If I was in Cincinnati on an opposing station, I would just completely destroy you. Seriously. Yeah, like Bill Wills destroyed Jim Scott while he was here, I would completely destroy you as long as I didn't have a program director like Ray Davis. Ray Davis is a good man. Is his rehab doing better? Is he coming? He's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's out on the lake every night on his boat watching the sunset with a blonde. Different blonde every week. What's his name? Nick Swisher? Is that who he's with? I tell you, payback's a bitch, Cunningham. Nick Swisher. Watch tonight. Yeah, watch tonight. If Votto gets hit tonight, I'm coming to Cleveland. I'm driving all night, and I'm going to kick your ass in the morning. I'm going to show up at your house or your trailer park, and I'm going to knock on that metal door of yours. I'm going to pull you out. And I'm going to kick your ass.
What's the difference? How many games the Reds or the Bengals? How's your basketball team doing? I forgot you don't have one. How many? What's the difference? How many games the Reds or the
Cavaliers
Bengals win?
count?
Do
the Cavaliers count?
The Cavaliers are back.
I'll talk to LeBron James about that.
What's the difference? How many games your baseball or football team wins in Cincinnati? They don't win anything anyway at the end of the year. They're an embarrassment. The Bengals are the biggest embarrassment, owned by the biggest joke in the league.
How's LeBron James, by the way? How's he doing?
I don't know how he's doing.
You don't know how he's doing?
Yes.
How's he doing?
He's not doing
Let me
bad.
remind you about the fumble and the drive. Do you recall the fumble and the drive? Do you recall any of that?
Yes, I recall them both.
Thank you. The fumble and the drive, 1990 World Series champion Reds. 2 of the last 3 years, Bengals in the playoffs. The Browns have not been in the playoffs since they didn't wear face masks.
Come on, we won a championship in 1964.
Do you recall the shot from Michael? Do you remember the shot, Michael Jordan? Remember the shot? Remember that?
At least we're there. You guys aren't even there. You win games, you don't even show up in the playoffs.
Oh, gosh.
Your town is an embarrassment.
No, we're twice.
It's on a hill.
No, it's not.
It's next to Kentucky and West Virginia, down in that area. What could be more disgusting than that?
By the way, when the Browns left to go to Baltimore, how'd they do in the race?
You wear brown shoes with a black suit.
How'd the Ravens
You fit right in.
How'd the Ravens do in Baltimore once you got rid of the Browns name? How'd they do?
The Browns won a championship. They were just called the Ravens. That's
right.
how.
Twice.
Yes.
I think twice in the last 8 years they've been Super Bowl champs. Once you leave Cleveland, you get good.
When have the Bengals won?
If you came down here, you might be good.
When is the last time the Bengals
They've
won?
They've been in the playoffs 2 of the last 3.
Excuse me.
How many times have the Browns been in the Super Bowl?
Cunningham, Cunningham, this is a very difficult question for you, okay? In the NFL, the Browns have 5 championships. How many do the Bengals have?
The last one about 49 years ago.
How many do the Bengals have?
It depends if you count when they were in the All-American Conference when Paul Brown was the coach.
No, that wasn't the Bengals.
That wasn't the Bengals.
No. Cunningham,
the Great Lakes.
Answer the question.
I'm not answering your silly-ass question.
How many championships do the Cincinnati Bengals have?
My wife, who's a judge, just ruled out. I don't have to answer that question.
Right. The answer is zippity-doo-dah. Look out, Votto.
Look out, Votto. Well, look, Mike, we got to run. And by the way, I want to thank all my guests coming from the listenership of your show in Cleveland, my TV show. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. And remember one thing, I'll leave you with parting words. Yeah. Obama is a great man and probably the best president we've ever had. Hello?
Let's continue with more. Hello? Billy Cunningham. Line becomes available, 513-749-7000, pound 700.
Is my mic on?
Billy Cunningham.
Hello?
700.
Stupid hillbilly.
WLW.